Hey guys, how's it going? It's Eva Exploration here with this video of our re-upload of how to gain sovereignty and put up a POS. It's going to be a two-part video. Our first part will be how to set up a POS. First off, you want to have the right skills in your corporation. Oh, there we go. I'll show you a little skill, for example. Also, it needs to be in low sec. It can be up in high sec from 0.8 all the way down, but it can't be anywhere higher than that. Well, alright. Let's say, here, I'll use me as an example. Alright, I am a director in this corp, so I already have the skill. You want the Starbase config, Starbase defense, and Starbase fuel technician. You want those three skills, or else you won't be able to do it. Okay, so without it, you just need to fit up a ship. For this sake, we're gonna use an Orca due to the fact it has a big, like cargo bay. I'm not even gonna spend my time fitting it up right now. I'm just gonna. Usually, I would fit it up with the cloak and all that, but for the sake of this, I'm on the test server, so I'm not really gonna worry about it. So we're just gonna go open, and it's all open. Just gonna put in our territorial claim unit. There we go. Now what you want to do is you want to go to the market. You can go to browse. Just close all this. There we go. Browse, Starbase, and sovereignty structures. Click on that and go Starbase structures. And here is whatever you want. Some of these also require sovereignty in the system. Like the, let me see, what is it? Sinusoidal generator array, certain assembly arrays, and jump bridge. There might be a few more, but certain ship maintenance arrays, and that is all I can think of right now. Alright, so we want a control tower. Now you can pick 3 from every race. There's Amar, Caldari, Galente, and Minmatar. So pick what you want. There's also faction ones, which are up on contracts, which I'm not gonna. Those ones they're just no point of even getting them. Each one, you need the same skill. For the skills you need is anchoring. Level 1, I believe. Yes, I think so. So, and every POS is different. They're not the same. Like for this POS, like the Amar Control Tower, for example, it's 50% bonus to Energy Sentry Optimal Turret, Energy Sentry Optimal Turret, 25% bonus to Energy Sentry Damage, and silo capacity. Alright, and for this one, we're going to use our Caldari one. So we're just going to go buy. Please keep in mind, they all range from like 50 million upwards. I'm on the test server, so they only cost me 100 disc. Alright, now that you have that, you want to also get some fuel. Caldari uses Caldari, Amar uses Amar, and I'm missing one. Minmatar uses Minmatar. I think I didn't say Galente. Uses Galente. So just type in fuel. I prefer to search it up and come down to manufacture and research. And there you go. Caldari, Galente, Minmatar, and Amar. We bought a Caldari small. So we're just gonna buy Caldari right there. So we're just gonna put in easily 1,000 for now. Later on, we'll add more. So there we go. We're just gonna drag those into the Orca. It's in. So give or take without this, so that'd be just about. Here, that'll be better. This is what you're looking at. This is just the start. This is without shield hardeners and all that stuff, and all that. So now what you want to do is undock. You want to find a really good place. By good place, I mean a good place. Like, you don't want to be like in a terrible place. So let's take a look. This is a station, and here's a moon. This is. One second. That's not what I wanted to click. I clicked on the station by mistake. This is. Alright, so. Here. And there's only moon 1. We're gonna warp to 0 of the moon and we'll place it. Yes, you can place a POS where if the station is around it, like I'm about to do, we're just gonna get into warp speed and we'll set it up. I prefer it just because it's much easier to warp directly from the station, except with a big ship. But most alliances, what they do is have it directly on the undock, so that it'll be much easier to undock and go places. So we're just gonna have to wait for it to warp. And yeah. This POS is only going to be about 1,840 kilometers from the station, so it's not far, but it's a good enough distance that you won't really be able to see it or know it's even there. So you can see, you can't really, you can just barely see the station, just a little fragment of it. All right, so now we're just gonna wait for our ship to come in, do a complete stop. We're gonna do that. Now open up your cargo bay, and here click on your Caldera, whatever tower you have. We're using a small because of its anchor time. All towers have different anchor time, and they all use different fuel amounts per hour. So we're just want to right click and go launch for corporation. So there you go. It's gonna be roughly about 1,000 kilometers off the ship, and as my ship is still moving, I'm getting a little farther away. So now it's unanchored. What you want to do is just right click it on your overview or in space. I'm gonna just go anchor structure. Anchor it. Are you sure you want to anchor this Caldari control tower small? Yes. Alright, so it always goes an extra 100 kilometers away. And that's about a long time if you want to burn in an orca. So what I recommend doing is save location, submit, just submit it randomly, and warp off somewhere. We're gonna warp off to this planet. Once we warp to the planet, we're gonna align back, and we'll have to sit by it and wait. Now that's, if you don't want to sit and wait by it, what you could do is go buy the things with your POS, for your POS. So we're gonna scrap the aligning, we're gonna warp to the station and dock. Now that you have 1,000 fuel blocks, I'm not sure, give or take, that might be 1-2 weeks, I'm not sure, not even a week maybe. I don't have exact numbers in front of me, but anyway. What you want to do is warp to the station and buy what you want. Alright, now let me go over what involves sovereignty and what doesn't. What involves sovereignty is one of these assembly arrays. It's called the capital ship assembly array. Just one second, let me find it. Where is that? There we go. Capital ship assembly array. You need a skill to anchor it. You need anchoring level 1. This thing won't fit in the small tower as its shield's too small. You need a large tower. You need it, or else it's a waste of money. These can only be gained if you have the capital construction facilities in your hub. Infrastructure hub, for those of you that don't know what it is. It has 1 manufacturing slot, and super capitals and titans can be built in these. So also, like, we're not going to buy that until we have level 1 of our system, which is about 7 days in order to get it. Also, jump bridges. They also need sovereignty. But this is a little more harder to get. You need to have advanced logistics network, and they have to be fueled by liquid ozone. So, and you need level 3, which I am not 100% sure of what that is. That's probably 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not 100% sure. Sinusoidal system and jammer arrays. Jammer, of course, that's also for capital relocation, and you need sinusoidal suppression, which is level 3. And for the generation array, You need senatorial navigation, which is level 2. Now I want to keep in mind, if you were paying attention, there is daily upkeep cost. Per month, if you have sovereignty, you pay 84 million. That's per month. If you place sovereignty up halfway, like I just did, I haven't paid the bill yet, but here, sovereignty bill is 84 million, or you just pay it to Concord. I already placed sovereignty there. What you want to do, it'll go up, so times like daily. So if you put in the money, and we're gonna go like a normal month, so that's gonna be 2 million times 30, which is about another 60 million, give or take, to the price of your system. I could be wrong with that. I'm not really too sure how it works on Eve with these prices, but whatever. So yeah, that goes up, and every single upgrade costs different. Some of them cost 10 million, 20 million, and so on. But now, the only way to do that is by putting it in an infrastructure hub. I'll go into more detail in this in our sovereignty section of the video. Alright, back to our POS. Okay, so star-based structures, and you can put whatever you want in it, as long as you're in the right system. So I'm not sure what the moon has, but you want to find a good moon. All I know is Fade, Declan, Fountain, Syndicate, Pure Blind, and all those other ones that are up by north and kind of halfway are up in like Caldari space, and a little bit of Galente will have Tachyon moons, and you'll want to mine those like crazy. That'll give you the most ISK that you could possibly get. So what we're gonna do is simply just go corporate hangar array, some simple stuff right now. This is used to store modules, and it has a fitting service as well. We're also gonna go down to ship maintenance arrays, and as you can see, there's also a capital ship maintenance array. We can't put that down because we don't have the right upgrade in the system. We're gonna go as capital ship maintenance array. We're just gonna go ahead and buy one of these. Alright, so now that we bought it, and we still haven't, we bought them, so we're just gonna put them in our Orca and warp back into the POS. Keep in mind, you can put whatever you want. I probably said this a million times, but I can't stress it enough. You can put whatever you want as long as your control tower can support it. Control towers has CPU and power grid. Every tower is different, so I can't really judge which tower is the best. It all depends. As you can see, our POS is somewhere like up here, around where my mouse is showing, like somewhere around these stars. It can't be seen from the station, so that's a good thing. So now, if you remember to bookmark it, you'll just go right-click in space, personal locations, and warp within 0. Warp within 0, and we will make sure, hopefully, that the POS is anchored. Also, POSes show up on your scanner, as you can see on scan. Okay, well, keep in mind I am still in Fatal Ascension space, so all that stuff. But it should be somewhere around here. Galdari small control tower. The distance isn't shown, so that's a good thing. So we're just about to hit V1 when we're about to warp, and we'll warp into the POS. I hope this is much better. I'm not sure what really happened with my volume on my last tippet video. It kind of went all messed up, but I'm redoing it. Good thing that CCP did another mirror, so everything is much cleaner. I can fly the stuff I could fly in Tranquility. I can fly in Buckingham right now, and all that. What I will be doing is also be uploading a video how to join Singularity and the Buckingham server. Okay, so we warped in. Depending on how you warp in, you might experience a slight bump from your POS. For those of you who don't know what a bump is, I can briefly describe it. Is when you warp into the structure, like let's say half my Orca's inside my control tower, and it'll just push you away a certain amount. Alright, So now that it's anchored, you want to just open, you want to click it and go access fuel bay. Or you can right click it, access fuel bay. And now here's your fuel bay. Every control tower has a certain different amount of meters cubed that you can put in. So we only have 1,000 for this tutorial. I'll be putting in more. So this is briefly about 5,000. So just click and drag, put them in. There you go, 5,000. Now that it's in, you can close that and right click your tower on your overview or in space and go put online. Click that and it'll take another 7 minutes. For a fact, I know that large towers take about 1 hour to online and anchor. I'm not 100% sure of medium, but I'm going to take a reasonable guess. It's about half an hour. I'm not sure. Now that it's onlining, as you can see, 7 minutes and 10 seconds. What you just right click it, overview or in space, and click manage. And it'll tell you how much time. Okay, full. Right, that's okay. So when you open up, you'll be on general. As you can see, it has CPU and power. As right now, it's 0, and it's both 0. It's because you don't have. It's not online yet, so it's not really going to give you anything. But if you want a shield, which a main part of a POS is to have a shield up, you want to come down to where it says password. You want to put in a random password. Well, not random. A password that you can remember. Oh my god, I can't type. Oh my god. There. Okay, my POS is up, and the next part is up to you. Allow corporation member usage and alliance. If you're in a major alliance, let's say, for example, Goon Swarm, you want to make sure you have this checked. And all that stuff. Before we, and then you want to click apply. Just click it a couple times. Alright, there we go. Defense, those are standings, those are all up to you. I would use the alliance standings, personally. Structures, this is where you're going to have all the structures anchored or that are in your POS force field. The access is all about like the set skill. Control, whoever can control it. These are for the guns. Jump bridges, and then the control towers that you have within the region. They'll tell you all its light years for not jump bridges, for capital ships and jump bridges. Yeah, jump bridges. Processes. Fuel. It'll go purpose online. Keldar, once it's online, it'll eat your fuel blocks. It says quality per cycle 10. Quantity. No, what did I say? Quality. It's quantity per cycle, which is 10. And then present is 1,000. Time left, it'll give you. It eats it per hour. So every hour, 10 fuel blocks will go. So we have about 4 days. I wasn't sure exactly how much we'd have. 4 days. Now for reinforced, I'll go into detail about this once our POS is online. This reinforces your POS, so it makes it much stronger. So in case you're expecting a fleet to come in and attack it, I'm going to use an example like Test Alliance destroying some AAA POSs down when the war in Delve was happening. So if you guys know that, they would reinforce their POS. It'll make it a little harder to destroy, but it's still destroyable. Alright, so this is all your shield information up here. You can put shield hardeners if you want in every single one and all that. It'll tell you all that stuff, so there you go. So there. Now we'll just have to wait our 3 minutes until our POS is online. Alright, so now our POS is coming back online in about 1 second. And there you go, your shield is up, and now if you right click and go manage, you'll see that you have power grid and CPU. And its stats will be online and it'll start eating your fuel blocks. Sorry, wrong one. Fuel. We have about 4 days and 3 hours on our POS. It already ate 10 as it online. So this is how a POS looks from far away. Keep in mind every POS has a larger shield. This one, I believe it's 15. Let me just quickly check. Yes, this one has a 15-kilometer radius, so you can easily store a capital ship like the Nyx, Hell, Eon, or Raven in them, and stuff like that. But you won't be able to place your capital ship assembly arrays, capital ship maintenance arrays. You can't really fit Titans into them. Well, you could, just barely. And all that. Alright, so now we're just going to open up our cargo bay. And here is your corporate hangar array and ship maintenance array. We're just going to select them both. And we're going to go launch for corporation. We're not doing jettison. We're doing launch for corporation. Click on that, close that. And as you can see, they're unanchored. The only way to anchor these is if they're in the force shield. If they're not in, you're wasting your time. Alright, so we're going to start off with our ship maintenance array. You can store ships in here and all that stuff. So we're just going to right click on it and go anchor structure. This green box will come up. What you want to do is you want to just click the arrows and drag it to where you want. As you can see, we came in at this angle to our station. So we're just going to go like this. We're going to just put it in for an optimal range. So when I were to warp back in, I'm just going to set it back up about there. We're just going to, once it's in the preferred location, want to click on the right click on an arrow and go anchor here. Anchoring will take about 5 seconds. Depending on what you put, it might take about 1:30 to 5 seconds. Alright, so this is how your ship maintenance array looks. From what I noticed is